Yeah, you're right. I mean, global markets have been weak, but that doesn't necessarily explain the relative underperformance of India so far. Is there any particular reason why investors seem to be preferring Southeast Asian stocks to Indian ones?
Yeah, I think the main reason is that we are watching the inflation data of the US market, and if they increase interest rate by let's say 75 basis point or 100 basis point in the coming week, then it will impact to the dollar index. I'm going to say the dollar index will again start moving upward, and in that case our currency will depreciate. So broadly, I think till the meeting of the Fed, of the next meeting, we are going to see some underperformance.
On the macro side, we've started to see over the past couple of weeks commodities from hard commodities, soft commodities, even liquid commodities come off the boil. Is this something which, from a macro perspective, could be supportive for the Indian market if indeed it does sort of dampen the inflationary concern side?
Yeah, in fact, if these commodities, they remain in the same trend, I'm going to say if we see furthermore cool off in all the commodities, then certainly it will help, but it will help in the long run. We need to see that how actually Fed take the stance in the next meeting, because then the outflow which is there for our markets, like I'm going to say FIs are consistently selling in the market, and they sold nearly 53,000 crores. So if we see any certain sort of like cool off sort of activity from the FI side, then only we can expect some outperformance. Otherwise, we are expecting range bound sort of activity.
I want to ask you about a report which concerns Reliance, which, by the way, contrary to what the overall Indian market has done, actually Reliance Industries is up about 18% year to date. The report is suggesting that it's in talks to raise up to $8 billion to do a leveraged buyout of Boots. What do you think of this story, of whether this is a wise move for Reliance and what it might do for its share price?
Yeah, sure. See, like Reliance Industries is doing a lot of small acquisitions, and they are taking stake or they are buying some companies. They are very aggressive in terms of converting their companies on the digital side. At least 40-50% they can convert in next maybe 2 years of time. But broadly, they are taking a lot of initiatives to keep the balance between the business that they have commodities and on the digital side. So telecom and digital will contribute a lot in the near future, and maybe all these things are certainly like supportive for shareholders, for investors, and I think it's a right way or maybe right steps that they are doing right now. In the share price, we are expecting stock to move towards at least 2850 or 3000 in next maybe couple of weeks. So we have a 12 months price target of nearly 3000, 3015 based on their the next earnings and all. We will revise the same, but broadly we are of the view that Reliance Industry is going to do well.